Hello and welcome to our class, Yoga for Everybody. Today, I'm Jodie, your guide for the class, and this morning our theme is our spine. So we're going to make sure that we feel great in our body. Take a moment to lie down on your back, nice and comfortably. If you feel better, place your cushion under your knees and let your butt sink down onto the floor. Good. Let your shoulder blades move down far away from your ears. Adjust your hips if you need. If your arms are down on the floor, turn your palms up towards the sky so that your shoulders can sink back. And just notice how your legs are feeling. Feel free to spread your legs or bend your knees, whatever is comfortable for you. You want to be as comfortable as possible. Now close your eyes, and we're going to take a deep breath in and exhale as we relax. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to your maximum. A third time. Take another deep breath in and exhale as you release. Good. Notice as you exhale that your body is melting down towards the ground. And give yourself permission to really give your time to the practice. A lot of times our mind is distracted and we're thinking about what we need to be doing and running around. And it's very normal that that's our mental state. But we also learn how to focus. And that's what's so beautiful in our yoga practice, that we learn how to train our brain to focus on the present moment. So we're going to start just simply observing how we breathe and allowing the breath to deepen with each inhalation and each exhalation. So notice your stomach reaching up towards the sky as you inhale, and as you exhale, press the belly button in a little bit towards the spine so you take out as much oxygen as possible. So as we inhale, imagine bringing in all the new and positive energy from around us. And as we exhale, we're letting go. And if you still do have your mind wandering, imagine as you exhale that a thought is drifting far away from you. Remember, the most important thing that you can be doing right now is to be looking at your best health and becoming the best version of yourself. Good. We want to make sure our breath is also very fluid. So it's normal to have a little pause at the top of the inhalation and at the bottom of the exhalation. Otherwise, if you do feel any type of pauses, slow down even more to make sure your breath is fluid. So, during our class, we want to make sure that our breath is slow, fluid, and deep. We're also going to add in the Ujjayi breath by contracting our throat a tiny bit. As soon as we contract our throat, our breath becomes a sound. And ideally, the breath will be loud enough that if there is somebody beside you, they could hear you breathe. And I know that sometimes we think that this is silly practice when we begin our yoga practice. But honestly, this is the most important part of our practice. Because as soon as our mind hears the breath sound, with these beautiful ocean sounds, the brain starts to slow down, and it becomes impossible to produce stress hormones. And we actually start changing that to produce endorphins that help us heal, and we're able to come back to ourselves. Good. Now at the same time, I'd like you to start imagining how the energy works in our body through our breath. So imagine that there's a ball of energy at the bottom of the spine, and each time we inhale, we're going to bring this ball up the front of line of the body, so by the belly button, the heart, to the third eye. And as we exhale, the ball of energy goes down through the crown of the head, and it's going to go down through the hollow column of the spine to the tailbone. So each time you inhale, imagine visualizing the ball coming up to the third eye. And as we exhale, imagine it going down to the tailbone. And we feel this energy circulating through the body. So we inhale, the ball of energy rises up, and we actually feel our energy expanding. As we exhale, we visualize the ball coming down, and we start feeling more and more calm. Again, keep the throat contracted. We breathe deeply, slowly, and it should be fluid as well. And we want to really make sure we feel that energy rising and falling with our breath. So we're going to hold on to this type of breathing as we start coordinating everything with our physical movements. Good. So bring your hands to your heart in prayer and start rubbing the palms together so that we can feel that energy growing between the palms. And as you start feeling that warmth between the palms, place it down. Place your hands down on your head, your eyes, your cheeks, and feel the vibration coming in. Excellent. As you exhale, bring the hands down by your sides. Push your cushions to the sides. Bend your knees and make sure you're still nice and comfortable. Make sure you still have lots of space between the ears and the shoulders. And then bring the knees up, off, on top of the hips. And we're going to start writing the infinity sign with the knees in the air. So you want to think that you're just tracing the spine mobility. So you're going to feel what's happening through the hips and your sacrum, your low back. And imagine the energy, the Kundalini energy that races at the base of the spine. And imagine it start rising up through the spine. Now we're going to change directions and think about really playing with the angles you're working with. Work slowly with the rhythm of your breath. Come back to center. Spread your arms out into a T posture so their palms are still facing up towards the sky. Good. Now bring the knees in towards your belly. And we're going to go into a moving twist by exhaling and swinging the knees about halfway towards the right. Inhale to center. Exhale about halfway towards the left. Inhale to center. And just go side to side to wherever it's comfortable. We're just still working to wake up the lower back. And again, it's always the breath that guides the movement. If it's comfortable, feel free to bring the knees down a little bit more with the repetitions. You can also think about turning the head opposite to the knees. Excellent. And the next time the knees go down towards the right side, let them come completely down towards the floor and let them become just heavy against the ground. And notice how your low back feels. Some people might have to adjust the angle of the knees. So if you want a deeper twist, bring them towards the chest. If you want a twist that affects the lower back, bring them further down away from the belly. And let the knees and the feet relax down on the ground. And then turn your head towards the left. Good. Now all you have to do is breathe to your maximum. You're going to really notice the movement of your breath on the left side of your body. So as you inhale, you're going to feel your left rib cage, maybe your left shoulder, go up towards the sky. As you exhale, it's going to sink down. Good. So as you inhale, you're going to notice a deeper feeling in the stretch. As you exhale, you'll feel that comfort coming back into the body. Good. Contract your abdominals. Inhale to bring the knees back to center. Exhale, let the knees go down towards the left side. Good. And I'd like you to think that all of that movement between the postures is equally as important as the posture. So really think about tracing your mobility as you move. Good. Now let your knees rest down on the ground and adjust the level of your knees to work with your body this morning. Good. Relax your hips, your back, and your shoulders. And the only work you have to be doing here is to be working on that deep breathing. And this time you're going to notice it's the right side that reaches up towards the sky as you inhale. And notice if you're feeling a little bit of stretch in the right shoulder as well. You might even notice that it lifts up from the ground. Good. Exhale, let it all sink down. Good. Press your belly button in and inhale, bring your knees to center. Cross your ankles, lift your head up, and then hold on to the outside of the feet. So you want to think about massaging your spine now by rocking on your back from the tailbone to the crown of the head, and let the momentum help lift you up a little bit more each time. Good. As you inhale, you can come up to seated. So if you're not very comfortable seated, feel free to sit up on a cushion or a block. Or if you need to extend your legs forward, that's perfectly fine, all right. Make sure you're comfortable. Rotate the hips to the side. And we're going to make a seated cat and dog posture. So inhale, look up. Exhale, roll your back a little bit backwards. Inhale, lift the heart, look upwards. Exhale, round forward. Keep looking to expand your flexibility. So you're going to notice if you coordinate the movement with the breath, it becomes much easier. And you're going to feel your spine getting energized and waking up, and you'll be able to move a little bit forwards or backwards. Now we're going to think about the little band around our heart. So think about pressing your shoulder blades together on the back and then inhaling, opening the shoulder blades. So again, we inhale, press the shoulder blades together. Exhale, round forward. One more time. Inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, open the back between the shoulder blades. Good. Come back to center. And again, think about the same area. You can place your hands on your knees. You might have to lift your elbows up a little bit. And this time we're going to think about moving that band side to side. We're going to try to keep the shoulders over the hips and then slide your heart to the head, to the side to side. So we inhale towards the right, exhale to center, inhale to left, exhale to center. Now this is a movement we don't make very often, so don't worry if you feel a little bit awkward. It will come, but really think about trying to keep your head centered over your pelvis. Now we're going to combine those two movements together. So inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, slide it towards the right. Open the shoulder blades. Lean in towards the left. And then bring it towards the front again. So we're making a little circle with the heart. So keep moving your spine. And you're going to notice a lot more comfort that comes into your spine as we keep rotating. Good. Now change direction. So again, we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together to lift the heart. This time we're sliding towards the left. Open the shoulder blades as you go back. Inhale to the right and keep rolling forward. So you've got those heart circles going again. And it's amazing for the spine. Good. Now we're going to make hip circles. So you can even circle your head at the same time. So it's your own flexibility level that's going to decide how big your circle is here. So we want to think that we're working, but we never want to think about going into a pain level. Change directions. And it's normal if you feel lots of movement in your neck. You might even hear a few little cracks. That's fine. Now come back to center and extend your feet towards the front, making a diamond shape with your legs. So the soles of the feet come together. Rotate your hips towards the outside. And we're slowly going to lower our head forward without any force whatsoever. Imagine that you're just a big floppy doll. And exhale, let the head lower down, your shoulders, your mid-back, maybe even your low back. And when you find your natural stop, relax your neck totally. So the neck is totally relaxed and the head starts becoming so heavy that it could almost feel like a bowling ball. And then imagine your spine as a bungee cord. And imagine that the weight of the head starts just slowly stretching out that bungee cord. And you can imagine your spine slowly opening up and creating little spaces between each and every vertebra. So focus inwardly and notice where your tension lies. Think about your neck first. Is it one side or the other? Is it high up in the neck? Is it low in the neck? And keep working, noticing where all of those stretches are through the entire spine. Sometimes it might stay in the neck and the shoulders. Sometimes it might come down all the way to your tailbone. Just notice. And then as you inhale, we're going to slowly come back to a seated position. Good. So as you come up, think about stacking each vertebrae on top of the other. And notice that feeling of change that's already starting in the spine. Good. Now bring your hands behind your back. Place your feet on the ground with your knees wide open. Now press your shoulder blades together. If you find your hands are ever painful like this, feel free to bring your hands and lean on fists instead. Look up towards the skies. Keep lifting the heart. If you can, press your tailbone down and lift the belly up as well. Keep breathing. Good. Bring your chin down, relax your back. Bring your hands forward and cross your legs. Good. Make sure you feel centered as you're sitting down and that your spine feels nice and long. Relax your shoulders. This time, bring your hands down by your sides. Inhale, lift your left hand up. Spread your right hand about 30 centimeters away from your right hip. And your fingers will point to the opposite direction of the hip. Soften your elbow down by your hip and exhale, lean down in crescent moon. Keep both hips solid on the floor. And we want to feel that stretch on the left side of the body. Relax your head, lift the heart, and rotate the left shoulder a tiny bit backwards. Very good. When you feel that your body is releasing, exhale and let your body sink down a little bit more towards the ground. Keep taking those deep breaths. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, let the left hand come down. Inhale, bring the right hand up. Slide the left hand a little bit to the side. Soften the elbow. And exhale, come down into crescent moon. Make sure both hips are equally solid on the ground. Inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, roll the right shoulder a little bit towards the back to align your body. Relax your neck. You're going to notice, again, there's always one side that's tighter than the other. So don't worry about the angle. Think about the feeling you're having. Perfect. Inhale up. Exhale, bring the hand down. Now bring the left hand to the right knee and the right hand on the ground just behind the tailbone. And you can make kind of like a little claw if you need to with your hand to lift up higher. Lift up through the crown of the head to make sure that your spine feels long. Look behind the right shoulder. And as you exhale, start turning from the belly area, the belly button, upwards. So each time we inhale, we're going to imagine as if someone's pulling the crown of the head upwards. So we feel that length. And if you're feeling like it's available, exhale, twist a little bit more towards the right, always in comfort. So you want to feel that you're making a change, but you're never forcing. Good. Exhale, come back to your center. Bring the right hand to the left knee. Left hand behind the back. Relax your shoulders down. Lift the heart up. Bring the chin down towards the throat so you feel the length in the back of the neck. And as you exhale, start twisting towards the left. And again, as we inhale, we stretch up through the crown of the head. And we create all those little spaces so that on the exhalation, we can twist a little bit more towards the left, wherever your limit is. Feel all of that energy rushing in towards the spine and all the tensions that are releasing and exiting the body. Very good. Come back to center and then spread the legs out into a V posture. So Just make sure that the legs are spread open enough that you feel very stable. The angle isn't that important. It's to feel comfortable. Then spread your arms open, parallel, curling the fingers in and lifting the thumbs up. So we're going to go into a moving twist by exhaling side to side and watching the thumb. So as we exhale, we turn towards one side, inhale to the center, exhale to the other side, inhale to the other. And we're gonna start working with the momentum of the body. And we're gonna exhale with what's called the breath of fire. So we push the belly button in as we exhale. Very good. Let the body start slowing down and coming back to center. And then we're gonna go onto all fours. So take time to make sure alignment feels good. One of the most important things is to make sure that your wrist is under your shoulders so that your bones in your arms take the pressure and not just the muscles. Now rotate your elbows inwards and make sure your knees are aligned under your hips. Exhale, roll your back up towards the sky. Inhale, let the belly sink down towards the floor and look up towards the sky. Good. Work with the breath. Exhaling. Think about that black cat at Halloween with the rounded back. And then exhale, let it round down. You're going to notice that with the repetitions, the spine will be able to move a little bit more. So let it keep expanding. Good. Now we're going to go into a posture called wag the tail. So we're going to keep the knees aligned under the hips. Don't let the hips move too much to one side. And walk your hands completely towards the left for as far as you can. And start looking towards your left hip. If you like, you can even push your hip a little bit towards the left. Good. Start walking back to center. And then walk them completely towards the right side. When they can't walk anymore, look back towards your right hip, and you can even push that right hip a little bit to the right. And notice how good that feels in your body when you start taking care of yourself. Excellent. Come back to your center. Make sure your wrists are still under your elbows. Lift your right hand up, and we're going to stretch it out between the left arm and the left knee. And keep going until the right hand and the right ear touches the ground. Now, place your left hand on top of the right. If you want, you can stay there. If you want a deeper stretch, a deeper twist, inhale. Lift the left hand up and look up towards the left thumb. Good. We're going to move this twist. So we're going to inhale, bring the arm down. Exhale, lift it up towards the sky. And again, with the repetition, the spine's going to become more flexible and you'll be able to twist a little bit more. Good. Exhale, bring the hand down. And inhale, come back up onto all fours. We're moving towards the other side. So make sure your right hand is under the right shoulder. And this time we're going to stretch the left hand totally towards the right until the left ear touches the ground. Now place your right hand on top of the left. And remember, if this feels good in your body, stay here. If you want more, inhale. Stretch the hand up towards the sky. Exhale, bring it down. Good. It's your breath that's guiding the movement. Excellent. One more time. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, bring it down. And we're coming back up onto all fours. Now we're going to come up onto our knees. If you are one of those people with sensitive knees, which many of us are, think about taking a little cushion, or you can fold your mat a few times to have a little bit of a cushion under your knees. We're going to go into camel posture. So bring your knees so they're aligned with your hip bones. Let your shoulders sink down, your hands are down by your sides. We're going to start by turning the right hand to the side. Inhale, lift it up towards the sky, enough that you feel a lift in the rib cage. And then exhale, let your left hand sink down the left thigh. And again, you're just going to come until you feel a stretch on the right side of your body. And don't worry if that angle is very small. There's not an angle that is better than another. The angle that is perfect is the one that's healing your body. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let the arm come down. Other side. Inhale, turn your left hand to the side. Inhale, lift it up towards the sky. Feel that opening in the rib cage. And then exhale, let the right hand sink down the right thigh. And again, just work with the sensation you have on this side of the body so that you're working on your limit today in this very moment. Good. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, let the hand come down. So we're going to continue in the camel posture. You're just going to see how this feels for you. You have the first option of placing your hands on your low back and leaning slightly backwards and trying to move the elbows also towards each other. If you're more flexible, place your hands on your heels. Let the head come back a little bit more. And everyone keep pressing the heart forward. That's very good. Now bring your hands to your low back. Come up nice and slowly. And we're going to slowly lower down into child's pose. Remember, camel's posture is a strong posture for most everyone. So allow your back to do the counter posture so that it feels released. Take a few moments here to feel beautiful in your body. Excellent. Come back up onto all fours. Align your wrists under your shoulders. Your index fingers should be parallel. Bring your right leg forward with a 90-degree bend in the knee. And then we're going to come up to kneeling from here. Bring your hands to heart in prayer. Make sure your elbows are lifted in a straight line. Take a deep breath in and exhale, twist towards the right so that your left elbow is on the outside of the right knee. Take a deep breath in and exhale to press your knee and your elbow together to create more traction in the spine in the twist. And remember to stick to your limit. Stay where you feel the benefits. And really, life is that simple. As you exhale, bring your hands to the floor and take a step back with the right knee. Inhale, take a step with the left foot and make sure that your ankle is aligned under the knee. Inhale, lift your hands up to your heart in prayer. Spread the elbows wide. Take a deep breath in and exhale, twist towards the left. And we're trying to get the right elbow to the outside of the left knee and press the elbow and the knee equally together so that you twist a little bit more. And again, we want to feel the work in the body, but we want to respect our limits. Good. Exhale, slowly unwind to bring the hands back down to the ground and take a step back with the left knee. So for the next posture, we really want to think about creating a wave in the spine. So as we exhale, bring the forehead down to the mat, and we're going to slide into cobra posture. Now, when we think about this, we're coming up into just a baby cobra so that our abdominal muscles are working. Now, as we exhale, we're going to bring the forehead to the mat. Inhale, come into child's posture and press the hands to the earth to stretch the back. Come back to tabletop, bring the forehead to the mat. Inhale, slide into cobra. This time, we're going to put a little bit more weight into the hands to come up a tiny bit more into cobra, just to wherever it feels comfortable in your body. Keep the elbows pressed towards the rib cage, and exhale, look over towards the right. Inhale to center, exhale towards the left. Inhale to center. Roll the shoulder blades back and down, and then exhale, bring the forehead to the mat. Inhale, press back to child's pose. One last time. Inhale onto all fours. Exhale, bring the forehead to the floor. And inhale to slide into cobra. So, ideally, we feel our hip bones against the mat. We keep the elbows in and the shoulders back and down. This time, we're going to make a circular motion to really open the spine. So we're going to exhale the head down and around. Inhale, up and around. Keep turning the head and let those tensions melt out of your neck, well, your whole spine. And change directions. Keep playing with those angles. Excellent. Come back to center. Make a nice big circle with the shoulders. And as we exhale, let the forehead come down to the mat. Let your hands come down to the floor as well by the hips. Allow your back to release. For a little extra comfort, bend your knees, lift your feet up, and let your feet just slide side to side, kind of like windshield wipers on a car. Good. Bring them back to center, and as you exhale, let the feet come down. Now for our next posture, turn your head towards the left so your right ear is on the ground. And we're going to inhale and lift up the entire left leg and roll the leg towards the back to feel a twist. For some people, your leg might stay in the air. For more flexible people, the leg might touch the ground in the back. Remember, it's your comfort level that decides the angle. Notice the leg getting heavy, and if it's comfortable, let it sink down. You also have an option of making big circles with that left leg. So you inhale up and around, and exhale down and around. If you are doing that circle, take time to change the direction and notice that little tiny squeezing feeling you get in the spine with the circle. So now we're going to stretch that leg backwards a little bit more and notice any changes that might have happened. Good. As you exhale, come back down onto your belly. And slowly turn your head towards the right. So this time it's the left ear on the ground. Inhale. Lift the right leg up. Exhale. We're going to swing it towards the left, behind the body. And again, just place your foot wherever it's comfortable for you. And it can hang in the air if it needs to. Just take deep breaths. So remember, you can stay like that. Or if you feel like it's better for you, make circles with the leg. Inhaling the leg up and around. Exhaling down and around. Keep breathing deeply. And then change direction. You want to think about massaging your spine, coordinating all the movements with your breath. So now let the right leg come down again towards the back. Notice if the angle is different. Good. As you exhale, unwind nice and slowly onto your belly. That's very good. Now we're going to extend our two arms forward. And we're going to think about strengthening the spine. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to lift the legs and the arms up. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here. Excellent. Lower the body down. Bring the hands under the shoulders and press back for child's pose. Press the hands firmly to the earth to stretch the back. Good. Tuck your toes under. Remember, you should make sure your hands and your feet are on your mat so you don't slide around. So if you have to adjust, feel free. Good. Now as we exhale, we're going to straighten the knees to come into down dog. Relax your neck and allow your heels to lower naturally down towards the floor. Turn your tailbone up towards the sky and think about walking your heels one at a time, just to allow the body become more comfortable. Good. Now, let your heels lower down towards the floor. And feel free to stay like this. Or if you have a very good balance here, you have the option to lift up the right leg as you inhale and exhale to twist it towards the left side. Good. Keep taking a deep breath and then exhale, bring that leg back down to the floor. Other side. Remember, this is an option. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, twist it completely towards the left. Remember, go to wherever you feel comfortable. Now, next time you exhale, bring the foot back down to that. And we're going to walk the feet forward for a standing forward fold. Keep the knees straight and relax your neck. And remember, it is more important that your legs stay straight than our hands that touch the ground. Take a moment to look at your feet so that you know that your toes are pointing forward. Relax your neck and take a few more deep breaths. Concentrate on the weight of your head and relax all the spine muscles. And you're going to notice how the weight of the head helps open up all of the spaces between the vertebrae. Good. Loosen your knees and inhale, bring your hands up and over your head to interlace your fingers, but point the index fingers up towards the sky. Make sure you feel the four corners of your feet with equal weight, equal body weight. And as you exhale, lean towards the left in a crescent moon. So you want to feel a nice stretch down the left side of the body. And if you need to, turn your left shoulder back just a tiny bit to align yourself. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lean towards the left side. So if you need to adjust where your right hip is sitting so that you're aligned, your shoulder as well, and allow everything to relax. Inhale back to center. Exhale, allow the arms to float back down to your sides. Good, now open the feet a little bit wider. So we're gonna keep thinking about being gentle as our body as we do a moving twist. And this time we're gonna allow our arms just to flop side to side and allow the body to swing side to side with the momentum. Oh, that feels so good. Good. Allow the body to slowly come back to center. Spread the feet even a little bit wider. Ideally, our ankles and our wrists are going to be aligned as we lift our arms up parallel. Now, as we exhale, bring the hands down in front of the body. If your hands don't touch the ground, there's no problem. Use your blocks to help support yourself. Relax your neck. Now walk your left hand to the right ankle. Good. Now judge your balance. If you're feeling comfortable, inhale, lift the right hand up behind you into a twist and look up towards your right thumb. Good. On your next exhalation, let the hand come down. Walk your hands towards the right to bring your hand towards the ankle. Good. If you have your balance, inhale, lift your left hand up behind you into a twist and look behind you towards the thumb. Excellent. Exhale, bring the hand down. And as you inhale, roll the back up slowly to standing. Good. Bring your feet back to center. And this time we're opening our feet up to come into a squat. Bring your hands to prayer and come down slowly and open your knees up with your elbows. Don't worry if your ankles, your heels touch the ground or not. It just depends on the structure of your ankle. Now, I'd like you just to think about the length of your spine and try to stretch the crown of your head and your tailbone the furthest away from one or the other as possible. Good. Allow yourself to sit down. Keep your knees bent, your feet to the ground, and rotate the flesh from your hips to the side. Now we're gonna keep our toes to the ground, lift the hands up, interlace the fingers, and keep the index fingers pointed. Now as you exhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Good. When your body comes down to the floor, walk your feet a little bit in towards the hips. We'll prepare for bridge posture. Keep your feet more or less hip distance apart and press your shoulder blades a little bit together. Bend your elbows and bring them really close in by your ribs. Lift the hands up, spread the fingers, And as you inhale, press your feet to the ground to lift the hips up. Walk the elbows in even tighter and keep pressing the feet to the floor. Good. If you like, interlace your fingers under your body and press the feet to the floor to keep lifting the hips. Good. Keep your entire feet on the ground as you practice. Now, if you're feeling comfortable, we're going to make hip circles. So you inhale the hips up and around, exhale down and around. And imagine bringing in lots of oxygen and really waking the spine up. Good. Change directions. Excellent. Come back to center and press the hips up towards the sky. Release your hands, open the shoulder blades, and come down slowly, one vertebra at a time. As soon as your hips touch the ground, bring your knees in towards your belly, hug them, or place your hands on your knees, and take a few deep breaths. If you like, squeeze your knees more in towards your belly to stretch the spine out. And remember, each time we make an asana or a posture, we want to release that posture as well. Good. Exhale, let your feet come down to the floor and spread your arms out. Perfect. Inhale, cross the left knee over the right. And as you exhale, let the knees sink towards the right side. Again, just to wherever your limit is. If your knees do come down to the ground, that's very normal as well. And your ankle will actually come under the knee. That's perfectly fine. Relax your hips here. Relax your back and your shoulders. And allow your breath to do all of the work for you. So take a deep breath in, and you're going to feel the left rib cage lift up towards the sky. You might even notice your left shoulder lifting up as you inhale. Feel that life force coming back to your spine. Good. Contract your abdominal muscles. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. Exhale, bring the left foot down. Inhale, cross the right knee over the left. And as you exhale, let the knees sink down towards the right. Towards the left. Good. Turn your head gently towards the right. And allow the body to sink down towards the ground. Good. Press your belly button in. Inhale, bring the knees back to center. Exhale, bring the right foot down to the ground. So we're going to do our last asana now. And we're going to finish by the same thing as we started the class. We're going to start drawing an infinity sign in the air with our knees. And again, we're just tracing our mobility. change directions. And notice if it feels different and if there's been changes to this posture since the beginning of the class. Good. Bring the knees to center and place the feet down to the ground. And for today's Savasana, we're going to place our bolster under our spine. You might want to have a block close to you just in case you need an extra support. And then lie down on the cushion. So it's the same direction as the spine. For some people, you'll find it very comfortable to put your head down on the cushion. For other people, you might want to support your neck by pushing the block under your head. Now place your legs any way you like. Notice if you want to have your knees bent or not. You can put the knees together or open the knees completely. Or just spread your legs down on the ground. You can open the legs more. Just let yourself be comfortable. Let the arms come down by your sides. Turn the palms up towards the sky. And you can also experiment a little bit by opening the arms and stretching them out and just feel and place your body at your perfect position. Good. Close your eyes and take a little moment to examine what's happening in your body at the moment. So start with your head and start just collecting information. Notice what's happening in your neck, your shoulders, your hips, and then really focus in on what we have created in our spine. Notice if there's any types of feeling of heat or cold around your spine. If you feel a lot of circulation around your spine, maybe you feel some vibration. And notice how you're feeling so that you know at what strength you should be practicing at. So if you feel like you did a little bit too much, you know how to practice next time. And right now, it's equally as important that if you're not feeling much change, that next time you put a little bit more effort into the practice. Good. Now we're slowly going to roll over on the right side. And inhale, come up to a seated posture. Allow your spine to come nice and strong and straight. Stretch up to the crown of the head. Relax our shoulders. And we'll practice. We'll finish our practice by chanting Om. So bring your hands to your heart in prayer. Take a deep breath in. Thank you so much. Namaste.